Welcome back to another episode of Tim Plays Fallout 4, where we are back at Oberlin Station, and we're about to pick up MacCready again as our companion.
Hey, there you are. Almost thought you forgot about
I know I had anticipated doing this episode as a run at
time to hit the road. About time.
Vault 114 to rescue Nick Valentine.
Feeling fine, thanks.
However, I reconsidered that because I realized that MacCready also had opened up his quest line to have us take on some gunners. So I would rather just take out the gunners first, and then we'll worry about Vault 114 next time. And I think we're going to send Curie back to Hangman's Alley. And hopefully she won't get glitched. I've had a problem in the past where sometimes at Hangman's Alley, companions will get stuck either under the map or in that tunnel that runs behind the location. And I've also discovered we've got a bit of a bug here at Oberlin Station.
If you need fixing up, let's get a look at you.
I guess it's not affecting
Not right now.
Fine.
the clinic, but the person that I have assigned
Easy living?
to work here, she won't
If you ain't been up to
actually
see
sell
Good
me
Guy, you should
anything.
go. The whole place is run by robots.
She just does her generic script. I tried doing some different things like putting a rug underneath there. If I unassign her from it and I moved it out of that the barn and reassigned her to the workstation, she'll then sell to me. It has something to do with being on a built foundation. So I will figure out how to fix that later. In the meantime, we'll head over to the Mass Pike interchange with MacCready and take out some gunners and hopefully pick up some power armor. Okay, we've got some ghouls feasting on some, I assume they were scavengers. These should be pretty easy to drop from a distance. And it looks like one of them is legendary. So we'll see what we get off of that one. Ooh. Not horrible, but I could have definitely used something better than a nocturnal tire iron doing increasing amounts of damage at night. But since we aren't doing a melee build, there really isn't much reason for me to grab that other than to maybe give it to one of my settlers. Let them do some increasing damage at night. So to get to the Mass Pike interchange, we'll cross the lock and dam here and move across to the woods beyond. Try and run across there as quickly as I can. You used to have issues where a companion would fall when crossing that. And luckily MacCready did not take a fall. Might also run across some mole rats and hopefully some legendary ones along the way. We've got a trader here, which I do not have the lock-picking skills to steal from them, even if I wanted to steal from them. And along this hillside, I believe we'll encounter some mole rats. which we can see our stealth bar decreasing. So that's definitely mole rat. There we go. Would really love to get one of these to be legendary. And that looks like that's about it. Might as well grab the meat. We'll cook that up when we get back to Oberlin Station. And that looks like it might be a wicked shipping container. Let's take a look. No, it's not one that we can open. Just thought I might check just to be sure. So we can see up ahead the elevator that'll help us get up there. And we come across Sparky, our helpful mongrel. It's funny, they sometimes follow you and they sometimes do not. I don't know if Sparky will actually help us with the gunners. Hopefully MacCready does not take fall damage. Normally the way I approach this fight is to elevator up.
Here. Need something?
You tell him to get on board. And then once we're up here, we should be able to move across. And as long as he doesn't go falling off of here, we should be in good shape. So remove their turret. And see who else we can snipe from a distance here. That's probably them shoot. There's some Brahmin below that they will shoot at. Not sure whether it's out of hunger or a matter of taking target practice. But we've got a legendary gunner and a gunner private beyond there. So let's take a look at our... Got a couple of grenades I can try and use at them.
Alright, Winlock and Barnes should be here. Let's take them down.
And once MacCready gets out of our way, we can try to take these guys down. There we go. We're going to go ahead and just drop him with a crit. And that one that we see might be the legendary one. Might have been the legendary one.
That's how we do things around here. Opening fire!
That does it for the Assaultron. Now hopefully at the other end of their encampment on the bridge they will not have hopefully they will not have gotten hostile. And my reason for hoping that is that I do not want the gunner commander or whoever the other gunner is at the other end to get in the power armor. I want them to stay out of it so that I can claim it. Okay, so we've got Barnes right there. We'll go ahead and hit him. Oh, perfect. Go ahead and headshot him. And we got a decent legendary chess piece, but it's still one that's more suited to doing a melee build. It's as if the game really wants me to do a melee build, which I really don't want to do. Although I do like collecting Grognak the Barbarian comics.
I think we have company. That's what I call it.
And that takes care of Winlock and Barnes. And unfortunately, it looks like we won't be getting the suited power armor. Darn. Unless we luck out and somehow that raider decides to hop out of it. But I highly doubt that. And it was a nearly full suit, too. Well, that was unfortunate. So at this point, we can talk to MacCready. Even though there are a couple of gunners down below here, there's another elevator that we'll use to take them out.
Hey. What do you want?
Hey.
Well, this should send a message to the gunners to stay off my back.
No, I fail to see how this would send any message to anyone. Because anyone who came along here is just going to see a bunch of dead gunners. This is where I think Bethesda would have kind of made more sense in their storyline if they had MacCready, like, I don't know, he could pull out some spray paint or something and just do a big MacCready was here, this is what happens when you fuck with MacCready kind of. That would send a message. He could hang all of the gunners from the overpass. That would show a message. I'm just gonna say I don't
know. They just lost 2 of their best men.
There's nothing to worry about. With the gunners, it's always about the bottom line. And they just lost this entire way station, and that cost them big. Besides, they have no way of knowing I was involved. Anyway,
exactly.
I'll owe you a favor now. After all, you hired me, but I'm the one that dragged you out here.
You don't owe me. You clearly needed the help.
Sure, but I like everything to remain nice and even. And you're one up on me. Tell you
yeah,
what,
he definitely needed the help because he got knocked on his butt.
I'll still stick with you because that was part of the original deal.
By the first few shots flying.
There you go. I guess we're done here. Lead on, boss.
So, okay, so that does that phase of MacCready's storyline. And up ahead here, we've got a turret and a magazine to claim. And probably another gunner in there. If it wasn't the gunner who took that armor, sometimes that gunner is sleeping here on this bed. Might depend on the time of day in which you attack. And then over here on this toilet seat, we've got
perfect
Grognak versus the fatherless cur. I think that's Let me take a look and see what that puts us at for Grognak. Oh, Barbarian is what it's called. So that's the 5th Grognak comic that we picked up. So it almost does make sense that we would make a melee build. And maybe I'll sink a few perk points into that. But first, I probably want to hit Hubris Comics before I bother with that. Because that is where I would pick up my favorite melee setup. And here we'll... There we go. I believe I'm just hitting... There we go. With that, we have eliminated all of the gunners here. Might as well remove that. And I will wrap this episode up early. When next we meet, we will be heading to rescue Nick Valentine. And if you enjoy these videos, I want you to throw a like on there. That would help my channel. And if you click the notification button, I try to post new videos pretty frequently. And we will see you next time in the Commonwealth.